All right. Hello, wine drinking people. Well, today is Thursday, January 6th. That's right, folks, trotting right into the new year. And, you know, man, those sweet wines just were going down like so sweet. I couldn't believe it. And they are disappearing like water. So if you were interested in those email from yesterday, they may be gone by now. I don't know. Just like our event is sold out, the best of next week. So you guys can call up and get on the waiting list for that one. But we've already got like 80 people signed up for that. And along with our staff and the rest of the crew that'll be pouring, that's over 100 out there in the courtyard. So that's going to be quite a night. We will keep adding wines to the list for that event next week. But we got a lot of great events lined up. Check out our calendar of events for that on the homepage of the website, a little right-hand sidebar there. But what have I got to sell you today? Well, today, you guys can see, we've got one of the legends of Napa Valley, one of the first grows. The royal family of Napa Valley, the Mondavi family. This is a joint venture between them and the Baronne de Philippe Rothschild, two of the most influential men over the last 100 years in the wine industry in their respective countries. Robert Mondavi being the first man to believe we could make great wines here in this country. Started his own winery after getting the boot from his side of the family at Charles Krug in the mid-60s. And then the Baron de Philippe Rothschild, the only gentleman ever to have his chateau, or a chateau elevated in their ranking system in Bordeaux. Since the 1855 classification, the Baron de Philippe got Chateau Mouton Rothschild, which was ranked the second growth, elevated to a first growth in 1973. So obviously two very influential men. And hey, you know what? There's a lot of people that'll argue, hey, Opus One is overpriced, it's overrated. Well, I've been a part of several tastings with Opus One. I've been a big fan for years. And this wine has always delivered. As a matter of fact, at one event, we put 26 vintages in concession. The 26 vintages released at that time, every single bottle of wine was good on the table. A lot of people's favorite was the 1979, the very first vintage, where they put Tim Mondavi and Patrick Leone in a room. They didn't have vineyards, they didn't have a winery. And they said, guys, here's the lots of wine you have to work with. Make us a blend that is going to be representative of what this new wine is going to be all about. That wine's still drinking beautifully today in 79. We just showed it last year at the Great Wine Seminar with Opus's CEO David Pearson. He was in for this event, and we showed about 18 different vintages of Opus at that event all the way back to the 79. And hey, even the French people, Pierre-Emanuel Taittinger, Mr. Lurton, Mr. Rousseau, some very big names in France were saying very nice things about this California. As I mentioned, first growth. We can call it that because it's the same concept behind one of the first growths in Bordeaux. The focus at Opus One Winery, right across from Robert Mondavi Winery on Highway 29 right there in Oakville, the focus is to make one single wine. Just like at the great chateaus in Bordeaux, their focus to make Opus One. They do make a little wine called Overture, which they only sell at the winery. And it's kind of ironic that now this winery is getting its greatest press ever since the Mondavis have not been involved with them since 2004. It seems these vintages since 04, 05, 06, and this 07, some of the highest rated wines by the press in this winery's brief, 30-year history. So some fantastic juice they've been putting out here at Opus One, I think since day one. But the last few vintages, the critics have really it's caught their fancy. And this 07 is a phenomenal vintage in Napa Valley, one that you collectors out there want to have in your cellar, all right? And hey, like I said, this is the premier collectible from California. So check it out on today's email. And we've got a lot of older vintages of Opus One, hey, including a perfect-looking bottle of 79, the ultimate collectible for an American cellar. And they've got magnums. We've got 3 liters on this offer. Check it out, Opus One. I'm your host, Andrew Lampazone, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying, remember, always drink the good stuff first.